Chosen one, lock your attention on this message right now. Do not scroll past this. The algorithm did not bring you here today. You did not stumble onto this recording by accident, because there are no coincidences in your life. The Holy Spirit orchestrated this exact intersection in time. Heaven has something very specific to say to you. I need you to stay with me until the very end, because the season that exhausted your spirit is finally coming to an absolute close. Take one deep breath slowly. Let the noise leave your mind for a moment. You feel that shift in the atmosphere, do you not? Something profound has happened in the unseen realm over the last 72 hours. Your body feels heavier than usual. The exhaustion sitting in your bones is not normal tiredness, and you have been waking up in the middle of the night with a heart that races for reasons you cannot logically explain. You thought you were just losing your discipline. You thought it was an emotional breakdown. But listen to me carefully. You are not going crazy. The sudden waves of sadness you feel do not even belong to you. Your spirit has been acting as a human shield, and you have been absorbing the intense spiritual warfare that was directed at your family. You fight battles in the spiritual realm while your physical body sleeps. That is exactly why you are so drained. You have been protecting people who never check on you. You smile while carrying a weight nobody else can see. And when you finally need a shoulder, the room is completely empty. The silence in your life lately has been deafening. People you trusted suddenly pulled away, and the massive doors you prayed for slammed shut right in your face without any warning. It feels like heaven is completely ignoring you. It feels like you are praying into a brick wall. This isolation is not a punishment. Do not let the enemy convince you that you are forgotten. This quiet period is a divine quarantine. God is pulling you away from the noise, because your next season cannot be entered with the old chaos attached to your soul. The universe is violently removing anything that lowers your frequency. You are being hidden on purpose. Heaven is cleansing your inner circle right now. There is a very specific reason the title of this message mentioned death. Do not be afraid of that word. The physical you is perfectly safe, but a spiritual death is happening right now. The version of you that constantly waits is dying. The version of you that accepts breadcrumbs is taking its final breath, and your long season of mere survival mode is officially expiring today. You will never again beg for what heaven freely assigned to you. You have been in the waiting room of life for years. You watched everyone else get their breakthrough. You clapped for them while your own hands were empty. You asked God why the delay was so long and so painful. Listen to this truth. The delay was never a denial. The delay was exactness, because God was keeping you in the shadows to mature your spirit for the assignment. You had to be strong enough to hold the massive authority coming your way. An unexpected meeting is being scheduled in the spirit realm right at this exact second. I am not talking about a casual encounter. This is a divine appointment that will alter the entire trajectory of your bloodline. Someone or something is going to cross your path very soon. It will carry the exact key you thought was lost forever, but you must understand the strict rules of this transition first. If you panic now, you will mishandle the massive blessing. Before I reveal what you must do next, your soul needs to hear this. The pain you endured was not because you were weak, it was because you are the generational cycle breaker. You were placed in that bloodline with a spiritual assignment to fight cycles of poverty and emotional abuse that started long before you were born. The enemy tried to break your mind to stop you, but you simply refused to stay down. You are a masterpiece of God, yet you have spent your life healing people who want to stay broken. You poured your golden energy into bottomless pits. You thought your kindness would eventually change them, but it only served to drain your own spiritual reserves completely dry. Heaven watched you cry in your car when nobody was looking. Heaven saw you wipe your own tears and go back to helping others. Your sacrifice is permanently recorded. Type 1111 right now if you feel this deep truth in your chest. This is your moment of absolute validation. The universe is about to flip the script entirely. The people who misunderstood your silence for weakness are going to witness a miracle. You do not have to lift a single finger to defend yourself, because your quiet obedience has already built an impenetrable fortress around your future. The heavy mantle of mere survival is falling off your shoulders today. We are about to walk into the exact blueprint of this spiritual breakthrough. I need you to drop your shoulders right now. Take another deep breath. Do not let your mind wander to your bills or your worries. Lock your frequency into this sanctuary, because the system desperately does not want you to discover the magnitude of what is coming. But the season of the quiet victor has officially arrived. Let the old timeline die in peace. Listen carefully to this truth. You have spent countless nights asking the universe for a clear sign. You wondered why your prayers seemed to bounce right off the ceiling. The heavy silence made you question your own worth. And every time you thought a new door was finally opening, it violently slammed shut right in front of your eyes. The enemy wanted you to interpret that closed door as a massive failure. They wanted you to believe that you were somehow not good enough to receive the promise. But heaven operates on a completely different frequency. I need you to understand that God's delay is not a denial. The delay you experienced is actually divine exactness. If heaven had answered your prayer 2 years ago, it would have destroyed you. You were praying for a massive harvest, but your spirit was still deeply entangled with toxic people. If God had dropped the mega deposit into your life back then, the parasites around you would have drained it completely dry. He had to hide you first. Your isolation was never a punishment. It was a highly calculated spiritual quarantine. God needed to remove the secret enemies from your table before he served the feast. You felt lonely because your frequency was being elevated far beyond their reach. The universe was protecting your energy from people who were committed to misunderstanding you. You are not a regular person navigating a normal timeline. You are a chosen one, and there are absolutely no coincidences in a chosen one's life. Every setback and every sudden rejection was an orchestrated divine appointment to push you onto the right path. The system wants you to feel bitter about the past. Do not take the bait. The waiting season was a rigorous test of your quiet faith. You did not even know you were taking an exam, but heaven was watching your reactions closely. You maintained your pure heart in a world that desperately tried to make you cold. You passed the test, and now the exactness of divine timing is perfectly aligning with your steps. But there is a physical reality to this spiritual journey. The sheer intensity of your silent battles has left a massive mark on your physical body. You feel a constant brain fog. You struggle to focus on simple tasks, and your creative energy feels completely tapped out. You assumed you were just getting older or losing your edge. That heavy mental fog is not a sign of personal weakness. It is a biological consequence of carrying the spiritual weight of your entire bloodline. Your willpower alone cannot fix a receiver that has been deeply exhausted by years of survival mode. Something physical has to bridge the gap between your weary mind and your spiritual calling. I want to pause and name something important before we go any further. God often provides the exact physical tool when your spiritual season requires it. Over the past 20 years, a neurologist in New York named Dr. Daniel Barone has been studying a profound discovery. It actually won the Nobel Prize. Back in 1981, Dr. Roger Sperry proved the two hemispheres of the human brain were designed to work in perfect sync. But in most adults navigating this chaotic modern world, that crucial synchronization quietly switched off. Dr. Barone built a restoration tool from that exact research. It is called the Genius Switch. I am not going to explain the whole mechanism right now, because your spirit needs to grasp the spiritual warfare first. For now, I just want you to hold on to one powerful question. What if the fog you feel was never your age and never your lack of discipline? What if a vital channel was simply switched off by modern stress and it can actually be switched back on? The enemy wants your mind to stay cloudy, so you miss the upcoming transition. Your mind must be fully restored to its original whole brain design. You need that absolute clarity to hold the massive authority coming your way. The spiritual shift is already happening around you, but your mental receiver needs to be properly reconnected to catch the new frequency. Heaven does not want you walking in confusion anymore. Before this week is over, you will start seeing the undeniable physical evidence of this exactness. The pieces that made no sense are suddenly snapping into perfect place. The people who walked away were meant to leave. The doors that closed were actually traps disguised as opportunities. You were being fiercely protected the entire time. Type 777 in the comments right now to claim this divine exactness. This is not just a random sequence of numbers. It is a physical declaration to the universe that you finally understand the long delay. You are no longer angry at the closed doors. You are stepping out of the waiting room with absolute quiet confidence. Now we must talk about the silent warfare happening all around you. You cannot see this invisible battlefield with your physical eyes, but your exhausted body feels every single impact. You walk into a room and instantly feel a heavy shift in the atmosphere. The sudden anxiety you experience is not a panic attack, but rather your spiritual radar detecting hidden enemies in your environment. Your extreme fatigue is a direct result of this ongoing battle. You are fighting massive entities in the unseen realm, while you are just trying to buy groceries or go to work. The system wants you to believe you are just lazy or unmotivated, but you are a discerning warrior, and your spirit never actually gets a single moment of peace to recover. The matrix we live in is not just an economic structure. It is a highly coordinated spiritual machine designed to keep your frequency as low as possible. The sleepwalkers around you do not even notice the heavy control, because they just accept the daily grind without ever asking the deeper questions. But you have always known that something was deeply wrong with this chaotic reality. The elite system is absolutely terrified of your awakening. They know that if a chosen one like you ever fully realizes your true authority, their fragile illusion collapses. That is exactly why they send constant distractions into your life. They bombard you with financial stress and petty drama just to keep your powerful mind trapped in survival mode. They want you exhausted because an exhausted chosen one cannot manifest miracles. They want you desperate, so you will eventually settle for their miserable crumbs. But here is where the plot beautifully twists. The very pressure they used to crush you actually polished your spirit into an unbreakable diamond. Their toxic trap completely failed. Let us look closely at the people who walked out of your life recently. You gave them your time, your money, and your endless emotional support. You acted as their personal healer for years, but the moment you established a healthy boundary, they immediately turned around and launched a vicious smear campaign against your good name. They whispered in secret and tried to turn your remaining friends against you. You spent nights crying and wondering what you did to deserve such brutal betrayal. Listen to me carefully. They did not hate you because you were a bad person. They hated the blinding light inside you, because it forced them to look at their own unresolved darkness. Those toxic individuals are essentially spiritual vampires. They cannot generate their own divine light, so they must attach themselves to an empath like you to survive. They fed on your compassion until you had absolutely nothing left to give, and then they discarded you, hoping you would completely shatter. But God used their betrayal to set you free. You are an intercessor. You naturally absorb the heavy emotional garbage of everyone around you. People you barely know will suddenly confess their deepest secrets to you because they subconsciously recognize the healing authority resting upon your soul. You carry their pain so they can walk away feeling light. But nobody ever stops to ask how you carry all that weight. This silent dynamic has been draining your life force for decades. You thought it was your holy duty to fix everyone who crossed your path. But heaven is intervening right now to break this toxic cycle. You are officially released from the burden of healing people who desperately want to stay broken. Your shift as the emotional bodyguard is over. The group that came against you is currently falling into absolute panic. Their smear campaign completely backfired in the spiritual realm. The universe is violently returning their negative energy back to their own doorsteps. They are currently watching you rise in silence, and it is driving them absolutely crazy. Your calm demeanor is your greatest weapon against their chaos. Do not waste a single word defending yourself to people who are committed to misunderstanding you. Let them assume whatever they want. Their opinions cannot touch your divine frequency anymore. You have finally entered the sanctuary of quiet authority, and your energy is entirely too expensive to spend on their cheap drama. Type 444 in the comments if you are ready to cut these toxic cords forever. This is your bold declaration of independence from the Matrix. You are taking back your stolen energy. The silent warfare you fought in the dark is about to reward you heavily in the public eye. Keep your mouth closed and let karma handle the heavy lifting. Your season of being a footstool for their fragile egos is permanently over. The universe is flipping the script as we speak. Every single tear you shed in private is being converted into a massive deposit of spiritual authority. We are about to dive into the physical signs of this incredible upcoming shift. Do not let your attention fade now. We are moving into the most critical phase of your spiritual awakening. The universe is actively preparing a massive table in the presence of your enemies. You can feel the intense shifting in the air. But your physical body is heavily resisting this profound upcoming transition. You wake up exhausted, even after sleeping for 10 straight hours. The vessel you carry is deeply traumatized. You cannot just meditate your way out of severe biological burnout. You have tried to force yourself to focus. You tried journaling and praying harder. But your mind still feels completely fragmented, and your thoughts constantly drift into a thick gray fog. This frustrating disconnect is not your fault. Here is what truly matters for your upcoming transition. The distance you feel right now is not only spiritual. There is a very real neurological layer to it, and it is completely restorable. But you cannot fix this through more effort or through a different prayer. You need the specific restoration Dr. Barone and his team spent 20 years building. Your sheer willpower cannot reconnect this broken bridge. Modern life quietly switched off your natural alignment. Something from the outside has to open the channel again. Heaven knows exactly how tired your physical mind has become. The universe is not going to let you step into your new authority with a broken receiver. A divine tool is being placed directly on your path today. The elite matrix deliberately designed this modern lifestyle to disconnect your whole brain activation. They poison your food. They flood your environment with toxic stress. They want your mental receiver constantly jammed so you cannot hear the voice of the Holy Spirit. A cloudy mind cannot execute a divine assignment, but their heavy control over you is finally breaking. You are a black sheep who was chosen to shatter the generational cycles. You have always felt older than your biological age. You see through the fake smiles. Your intuition is terrifyingly accurate because heaven hardwired your spirit to detect any hidden deception. But right now, your powerful intuition feels somewhat muted. The fog is blocking your internal compass. We must address the physical damage before you can claim the spiritual reward. The enemy wants you to ignore your biological exhaustion. They hope you will eventually give up. But the Holy Spirit is drawing a hard line in the sand right now, and your mind is about to experience a profound restoration. The heavy chains of mental fatigue are finally falling away. I want you to pay very close attention to your body today. Notice how your shoulders carry the heavy tension of your entire family. Notice how your chest tightens when you think about your financial future. That physical pain is not an illness. It is a desperate cry from a nervous system that has been fighting invisible battles for decades. You have spent years wandering in a spiritual wilderness. You felt completely abandoned by the people who were supposed to protect you. But the wilderness was never meant to be your permanent home. It was merely a training ground to strip away your dangerous earthly attachments. You had to learn how to rely completely on divine provision. Look back at all the times you narrowly escaped absolute disaster. The enemy set a perfect trap for your finances and your relationships. You should have been completely ruined. But an invisible hand snatched you out of the fire at the very last second, because your survival was never based on mere luck. You survived because you are chosen. The upcoming transition requires a completely different version of you. The old you would easily forgive toxic people and let them back into the circle. But the new you understands that boundaries are a holy requirement. You cannot bring spiritual parasites into a palace of quiet authority. Your circle must remain incredibly small and fiercely protected. This massive shift will demand extreme mental sharpness. You will have to make rapid decisions that affect the future of your bloodline. You cannot make those choices with a mind clouded by survival mode fatigue. Heaven is providing the exact physical bridge you need to cross over into your new reality. The preparation phase is completely finished. Type 333 in the comments if you are ready for absolute clarity. This simple action seals your deep desire for mental restoration. We are about to cross the threshold into the most important revelation of this entire message. Do not let anything distract you right now. The exact solution you prayed for is about to be completely unveiled. Your soul is absolutely ready for the next level. You have done the deep shadow work. You have forgiven the people who never apologized to you. But there is a glaring biological disconnect happening right inside your physical body. Your spirit is willing to fly, but your mental receiver has been violently unplugged by years of toxic modern stress. This is a physical barrier. This is the biological helplessness the enemy uses to keep you trapped. You know you are called to greatness. You can feel the massive wealth adjacent to your current reality. But no matter how hard you push your willpower, you cannot force a broken receiver to catch a clear signal. You are running on empty fumes, and you desperately need an external restoration to bridge this massive gap. God often uses the natural to unlock the spiritual. There is a study that actually won the Nobel Prize in 1981. It did not come from a church, but rather from a highly respected research laboratory. Dr. Roger Sperry proved the two hemispheres of the human brain were perfectly designed to work in sync. A neurologist in New York named Dr. Daniel Barone spent 20 years turning that into a tool. The reason your mind feels so foggy is not your age. The two hemispheres of your brain simply fell out of synchronization. You lost the whole brain activation that was your default at 8 years old, which 98% of children have, and fewer than 1 in 1,000 adults keep. His dedicated team compressed clinical neural sync technology into an 8-minute auditory sequence. You just use headphones and close your eyes for 8 minutes a day. That is the entire requirement for this mental restoration. This is absolutely not a meditation. It is hemisphere synchronization, which is a completely different mechanism designed to bypass your exhausted willpower and repair the receiver directly. You do not have to try so hard anymore. Your mind can finally rest. A woman in California had tried deep prayer and journaling for years. She believed the divine words, but could not feel them in her daily life. But after just 10 days of listening, a channel that had been blocked for decades was suddenly open. It happened not because she tried harder, but because the physical receiver had finally been completely repaired by this exact tool. The genius switch is not for everyone. It is for the chosen one who understands a very deep truth. God prepared not only the massive promise, but also the physical mind that must walk into it. It is for the person who kept returning to faith, even when the earthly evidence would not cooperate. Most normal people will scroll past this message. They are not ready for it. But you are still here listening to my voice. That is the exact kind of quiet persistence this divine tool was built for. They call it the genius switch. Medical colleagues said it would be an incredible bargain even at $500 because an in-person neural session easily costs $300 an hour. The value is truly unmatched. It was originally released to the public at $49, but today on this exact page it is $10 less. It is only $39, and you also receive 4 free companions, including a guided visualization and a classic manifestation text. This is a complete toolkit for your upcoming spiritual and mental transition. Heaven is handing you the keys. I must give you one very serious warning right now. If you search for the Genius Switch on YouTube or Spotify, you will find hollow tracks that just carry the name. His team studied those fake copies, and most had absolutely no neural sync technology embedded inside. The name is very easy to copy, but the actual mechanism is not. Do not settle for the empty imitations circulating online. The direct page is the only verified source, and that is exactly where the link below points. This is a completely risk-free covenant. Listen once or listen 80 times. If it does not do for you what it has done for 18,000 people, every single dollar returns to you with absolutely no conditions attached. You are fully protected by this sacred guarantee. If your spirit resonates with this truth, the verified link is in the description and the pinned comment. It is the only place it officially exists. Walk through the door with your receiver fully restored before this specific window closes. Every week, the sync stays disrupted. The massive provision God arranged passes through a receiver below capacity. Claim your restored mind right now. Do not let the enemy convince you this is too simple. The Matrix wants you to believe that healing must be a painful and expensive struggle. They want you trapped in endless therapy sessions that only treat the surface-level symptoms. But divine restoration is always precise. It cuts straight to the root of the biological disconnect and restores your natural power effortlessly. You might be thinking you already tried everything. You listened to those audio tracks before today. You tried deep meditation for many long months, but those methods only address a tiny part of the massive picture. This is the reality of whole brain activation. It is a completely different mechanism, and it creates a highly specific physical result for your exhausted mind. Your mind might tell you that $39 is still a massive risk, but remember the heavy cost of the alternative. A home neurofeedback machine is $7,000 today. He simply cut out the expensive middlemen to help you, and it is a deposit you can fully recall at any time, because every single cent returns if you simply ask for it. I completely understand if this feels almost too good to be true right now. I felt that exact same hesitation inside myself. But then I read the actual clinical research behind this tool. Dr. Sperry won the Nobel Prize for a very good reason. Whether it works for you is exactly what the absolute guarantee answers, and you carry zero earthly risk today. Some of you believe you do not have the time for this. Your daily schedule is already completely overloaded with chaos. But this specific tool only requires 8 minutes of your day. You can easily listen while the morning coffee brews in your kitchen. If you cannot find 8 minutes for your own restoration, it is not a lack of time, it is a lack of divine permission. Now, we must cross back into the spiritual reality of your calling. The physical bridge has been clearly offered to you. Your mind is preparing to receive the clear frequency again, but your spirit must also be completely ready for what happens next. The universe is about to shift the entire spiritual atmosphere around your beautiful life, and everything will change very quickly. You are standing at the absolute edge of a massive breakthrough. The long season of survival mode is finally fading away. The heavy darkness that surrounded your family for generations is finally breaking for good. You can feel the intense pressure building up in the unseen realm right now. Heaven is about to issue a divine verdict over your entire life and your future. The enemies who mocked your quiet faith are about to be completely silenced. They thought they buried you in the dark. They thought your story was completely over. But they did not realize you were a seed planted in holy soil. Your roots have grown deep into the divine bedrock while they were busy playing their petty games. Your massive harvest is absolutely inevitable. Every single tear you cried in private has been weighed and measured. God kept a meticulous record of your silent suffering. The people who stole your peace are about to receive their exact karmic return. You will not have to lift a single finger against them. The universe is stepping in as your ultimate defense attorney today, and your vindication will be totally public. Take one more deep breath right now. Drop all the tension from your tired shoulders immediately. We are entering the most sacred moment of this entire message. I am about to speak a prophetic decree directly over your life. This powerful decree will break the invisible chains that held your bloodline captive. Prepare your open heart to receive this massive shift right now. The spiritual warfare you endured was never meant to destroy you. It was designed to build your massive spiritual capacity. You had to learn how to fight in the dark so you could rule in the light. Your enemies thought they were breaking your spirit, but they were actually just polishing your crown for the upcoming coronation ceremony. You are the quiet victor today. The unexpected meeting is rapidly approaching your physical reality. This divine appointment will bring the exact resources you need. The financial doors that were glued shut are about to swing wide open. You will no longer have to beg for basic earthly survival. The wealth adjacent to your calling is finally being unlocked for your family because your receiver is ready to catch it. Do not let your mind drift back into fear or anxiety. The enemy wants you to doubt this beautiful revelation. They want you to stay trapped in the endless loop of overthinking. But you must anchor your soul to this divine truth today. The season of lack and confusion is permanently over. You are stepping into a profound era of absolute clarity and undeniable purpose. Type the word ready in the comments below right now. This is not for a basic algorithm on a screen. It is your final spiritual confirmation. You are telling the unseen realm that your receiver is open and your spirit is fully aligned. The heavy weight is truly over. The unexpected meeting is finally here for you, and heaven is ready to deliver the ultimate promise. In the mighty name of the Creator, I decree that your season of being a footstool is permanently over. I break every generational cycle that tried to wrap its heavy chains around your mind. The toxic poverty stops with you right now. The silent warfare stops with you today. You are the ultimate cycle breaker for your entire bloodline, and you are totally victorious. The heavy mantle of mere survival mode is falling off your shoulders in this exact second. You are no longer just surviving the days. You are stepping into a divine and unprecedented season of absolute authority. Breathe that incredible truth out into the open air. The fierce spiritual war you fought in the dark has officially been won by heaven on your behalf. Now listen to what is happening in the camps of your enemies today. The group that came against you is currently falling into absolute panic. They whispered in secret and plotted your downfall behind closed doors for years, but what they whispered in the dark is being shouted from the rooftops today. Their evil plot has officially collapsed into dust before their very eyes. The very trap they carefully set for you has become their own spiritual prison. God did not ask you to defend yourself against their lies. He was already acting as your impenetrable shield the entire time you were hurting. Confusion is hitting their camp heavily right now. They are turning on each other, while your beautiful peace becomes entirely untouchable forever. You do not have to seek bitter revenge against them. You do not even have to watch them fall from grace. The universe is handling all the heavy lifting on your behalf. Your only job is to walk forward into your new promised land with quiet dignity. The divine compensation for your stolen years is being released into your hands right now. A mega deposit is yours. Everything they stole from your family line is being returned with massive interest. The unexpected meeting we discussed earlier is happening now. The right people are being perfectly positioned to bless you immensely. The closed doors are flying wide open because the exactness of divine timing has finally arrived. You are entering the golden era of your beautiful life. The wealth that was hidden from you is now being fully exposed. The elite matrix cannot keep your divine provision trapped any longer. You are holding the keys to the kingdom, and the enemy is absolutely terrified of your new authority. You will build a legacy that completely erases the painful memory of your past struggles. The ultimate victory is resting in your hands. And for the chosen one who felt something deep stir when the mind was named earlier today, that door is still perfectly open in the description below. A small step taken from a clear mind has changed entire seasons for so many people. The divine tool is waiting for the mind that is truly ready to receive it. Walk through it quietly and claim your restoration. You are stepping out of the shadows and into the glorious light today. You are no longer the outcast or the forgotten black sheep of the family. You are a brilliant masterpiece of divine architecture. The world will finally see the brilliant light you carried inside for so long, but you will not seek their shallow validation anymore because you are complete within yourself. Every tear you cried in secret was a holy seed planted in the fertile ground. The massive harvest is sprouting up all around you today. You will look back at this exact moment and realize nothing was ever wasted by heaven. The pain was completely necessary to build your massive spiritual capacity. You are finally ready to govern your new kingdom with perfect peace. Do not shrink back into old familiar habits. Do not let the familiar comfort of misery pull you back down into the dark valley. You are a completely new creation today. The old, painful timeline is dead and buried forever. You must walk forward with your head held high and your frequency fully protected from this moment on. The universe is matching your new, powerful vibration. You are the anointed one who survived the absolute worst. You walked through the fire and you did not even smell like smoke. The angels are singing over your massive victory right now. The heavy burden of healing broken people is permanently lifted off your beautiful soul. You are finally free to just be yourself without carrying the weight of the entire world. Type Amen right now to seal this massive breakthrough in your spirit. Let the word resonate through the deep core of your being. You are officially stepping into the beautiful season of the quiet victor. Your energy is expensive and your peace is absolutely non-negotiable today. The long wait is finally over for good, and heaven is smiling upon your glorious path. You have received the massive breakthrough. But receiving the blessing is only the first part of your incredible journey. Now you must learn the high art of spiritual stewardship. You have to protect this new frequency with your life, because the enemy will try to send familiar spirits to steal your newfound peace. You must remain fiercely guarded in this new season. Listen to me very carefully right now. You must learn to keep your mouth completely closed about your next major moves. Do not run to the phone to tell toxic people about your new blessings. They do not have the spiritual capacity to celebrate your massive elevation. Their hidden jealousy will only create unnecessary friction in your life. You must stay completely silent. Silence is not a sign of fear or weakness. Silence is absolute wisdom under perfect control. Calm is your new ultimate authority in this realm. Let them completely misunderstand you. Let them assume whatever they want to assume about your quiet life. You no longer need to explain your complex soul to people who are entirely committed to misunderstanding your beautiful spirit. You have officially entered the sacred sanctuary of quiet authority. Your energy is far too expensive to spend on their cheap daily drama. From this moment forward, your mere presence alone will command deep respect from everyone in the room. Your beautiful silence will be your greatest and most effective weapon. You are deeply anointed and you are completely protected. If someone from your painful past tries to return now, do not open the door. They only want access to your newly upgraded frequency. They sense the massive light radiating from your spirit, and they want to feed on it once again. You must say no without any guilt or hesitation whatsoever. Your primary divine duty is to protect your own sacred vessel at all costs. You survived the terrible wilderness seasons. You walked through the burning fire, and you came out completely purified like fine gold. Heaven knows exactly how much it cost you to keep your heart pure in a world that desperately tried to make you bitter. You did not let the trauma turn you into a monster. That is your greatest spiritual victory today, and heaven applauds you. Now I want to pray a final seal of protection over your life. Close your eyes for just one moment if you can safely do so. May the divine light permanently surround your home and your mind. May every remaining chain of confusion be completely dissolved into dust. May your finances overflow abundantly so you can bless the people who truly matter. You are entirely safe now. May your physical body heal from the long years of invisible warfare. May your sleep be incredibly peaceful and deeply restorative every single night. The universe is wrapping you in a warm blanket of absolute security today. You will never have to fight those old, exhausting battles again. The glorious victory is firmly resting in your powerful hands forever and ever. Gently like this video right now. Do not do it for a basic algorithm, but as a physical declaration to the universe that you are in perfect alignment. This simple, gentle act closes the spiritual loop and locks your high frequency in place. You are physically agreeing with the divine decree. I just spoke over your beautiful life, and heaven acknowledges your gentle action. Subscribe to this sanctuary and turn on the bell today. We do this so the enemy cannot intercept your future messages from the divine realm. You need to stay perfectly connected to this high vibration as you navigate your completely new reality. Leave a word in the comments below as a spiritual seal of our absolute agreement today. Heaven clearly sees your quiet faith. You are a masterpiece of divine creation. You are the one heaven chose to break the heavy chains for your entire family line. Never forget the massive price you paid to reach this level of spiritual maturity. You are walking in the footsteps of the greatest warriors who ever lived. Your legacy will be written in the stars for all of eternity, and your name will be honored. The unexpected meeting is going to change everything for you. Keep your eyes open and your heart fully receptive to the new blessings. The universe is heavily conspiring in your absolute favor right now. Every single detail of your life is being perfectly arranged by the Holy Spirit. You can finally take a deep breath and let go of all the heavy control. The divine plan is working. Go forward into your beautiful week with absolute peace. The long wait is officially over. The unexpected meeting has brought you the golden key. You are the chosen one. You are the ultimate cycle breaker. And you are finally free to live the abundant life you always deeply deserved. Rest in your new quiet authority today and forever. The divine light is always with you.